Hello, Nissan GTR fans of the cartoon variety, that is. I like my deformed vehicles. And so these first two are ChoroQ Chibikos, which are a smaller size ChoroQ, and they were from some sort of 50th anniversary collection. So they come on this stand. There's a ChoroQ logo, and that's it. I think they actually raise the tires off so they don't get flat spots. It's actually a pretty smart system. See, it looks like it's on the ground, but it's actually floating a tiny bit, or it's not compressing the rubber. Oddly, it doesn't tell you what the car is, though. That would be smarter, I think, to just have, the name of this thing. I literally had to look at images. I couldn't tell if this is an R32 or an R33, but it's an R33, by the way. We got the standard Chibiko wheels here. They're just blanked off because these are toys. They're pullback toys, and they go pretty fast. You just saw that. I barely pulled it back, and it moved really fast. The whole body is this one piece of plastic, this clear plastic, smoky plastic, and then they paint the rest, which I think is pretty amazing that they're able to paint this so well. Silver for the headlights, some black in the grille. Look at the texture in there. There's some fog lights there. It's black. You can see the spring motor in there. That's the gear right there. This side here, yeah, you got a fuel filler there. Door panel cut. The window molding there, or the B-pillar, is actually raised. The wing is a separate piece, passing air. And then the taillights, they're pretty well printed in my opinion, right? You got the orange here. And yeah, that's it. There's not much to them, right? They're just tiny little collectibles, collectible toys. So that's what's going on. All right, so the next one is an R34 from the same collection. It says 50th anniversary there. And so we got the red taillights there, and it's a nice metallic blue paint, not purple, metallic purple. You can kind of see the clear body here, right? There's not enough purple going on there, or the light's getting through it. Some sort of indication of like a mirror bump there. The door cut, the door handle detail there. The wheels, same thing. And then we got the turn signals, the headlights, nicely painted, nice texture in here. A little bit of a Nissan logo or a GTR logo. I think that's an R right there. And then this side here, yeah, looks the same. And then the wing, it's got a little black here for the back part of the wing. It's a separate piece again. So pretty cool all in all. I mean, it's really small. Look how small this thing is. All right. I only wish they didn't have these coin holders because it really detracts from the appearance. All right, and then this is a random one. This is a freebie that comes on a can of coffee. Oddly, it doesn't tell you what the can of brand is. Like, the car inside, though, is called the Wood One Alpha Clarion GTR. This is an R35 GTR, and there's, I think, a collection of them. This says C3. I don't know. Maybe that means collection number 3. All right, let's see what this paper says. Maybe that'll help us out. Yeah, so all a bunch of Super GT. Actually, a pretty big collection. I haven't reviewed these in a while. I actually have reviewed that one if you want to look it up. And then this NSX, I think. Yeah, so there's quite a bunch. But there's only like 4 castings, it looks like. An NSX, a C430, the R35. Maybe it's only 3 castings. Yeah, but just a whole bunch of different colorways. I still don't know what brand it is, though. What's going on here? This is so weird. Oh, here we go, Boss. So Suntory Boss is a brand of canned coffee in Japan. So you can look up Suntory Boss freebie or something, or Super GT. All right, and that was snapped on a can of that coffee. So this is free, and you got to take that into consideration. It's a free toy. So unlike the Chibikos and ChoroQs, the tires and wheels are the same size. Here, I think, yeah, the wheel and the tires are different sizes, right? I prefer them to be the same size myself. But they're both blanked off because, again, they're toys. This is a pullback car again. Whereas the ChoroQ is painted. This body is just raw plastic mostly. It's just this raw gray plastic, so it looks a bit shiny. But then they still printed paint on top of it. Yeah, the headlights are silver. Now this is nice. There's actually a GTR logo there, better than the Chibiko. This is all no texture here though. That would have been nice to have. But then again, it's a race car. Maybe there's no grille. Nice little ribs here. Yeah, the sponsorship is printed nicely. All this paint, no decals. Super GT thing. Yeah, all paint. Very cool. And then again, a toyish wing. And then red paint for the tail lights. And there's a little tab, I think, holding the back in place. And then there's a screw in the front. But yeah, it's really strange to have nothing on the bottom. Like, why not would they at least write Suntory Boss, right? So you can remember that you like their coffee. Really strange marketing. Rubber tires, both of them have rubber tires, and that's how they go so fast. They get all that power to the ground with traction. So it's quite a bit different. You know, it's the styling generally around the same size. It's just that the body on this is just much more tall and comical looking. Yeah, it's got the little window cut out there. Very cool. Yeah, I think I prefer the styling that ChoroQ does more, although I like the wheel choices, the wheel design better on the that thing. All right, let's look at a bunch of other Chibikos and stuff. Here's an R32, maybe? It's from the same collection, but it's got a cool little silver Nismo thing going on. I think that's an R32, correct me if I'm wrong, though. This is an R34 police car, but it's just a normal ChoroQ Chibikko. Nice printing as well, but still doesn't tell you what it is. It's very strange. But all different molded parts, right? This is one of those other weird, weird, wacky ones. The Suntory Boss. Look how tall this is. This is an NSX. It's supposed to look like an NSX, but it's so tall, right? It's really deformed in a strange way, but I kind of like it. It's just so strange to me. Here's a cool one, the Silhouette Racer by Chibiko. You'll notice the wheels are a different color, and yeah, just a nice little deformed miniature car. This is another cool one. It's the old concept car, the 72 Kenmeri. And I guess number 21 is the casting in the overall Chibiko lineup. Different wheels. Okay, nicely done. So this is another Chibiko, but it's a different type of deformation. You know, it's a much more low-slung body style. I took the motor out and I'm just using putty because it's a race car. I want it low to the ground. But you can just see it's a different deformation, even though it's still by ChoroQ. And then the last one is a smaller ChoroQ, even smaller than what we're talking about today. I think these are just called mini minis or something. That's how the internet shows them. At least it tells you it's from Tomy, but that doesn't tell you it's an R34. So where's a... Let me pop that next to the purple R34, or between those two, and you can see how small it is. So I think that's the smallest type of ChoroQ you can get, this mini thing. Unfortunately, the Chibikos have just as well detailing as the regular size ChoroQs, but this one clearly is inferior in its detailing because it's so small. But it still has decent detail for something that small, just not as good as the Chibikos. I mean, this thing, look at this. This thing looks awesome in that Silhouette Racer as well with all the printing. So, yeah, there's an overview. Let's get all these other ones out of here. I've reviewed all of them before. If you're interested, you could look up like Chibiko or Suntory Boss. And then I have a deformed Godzilla. I don't know who makes it. There's no branding on it whatsoever. Oh, wait a sec. Mayor, what's this say? TM. Well, that doesn't help me. That's the Toho, I think, owns Godzilla. But it doesn't say who, what. I don't know how you can find that. All right. Well, anyways, another trio of very small Chibiko-sized vehicles, and we'll pick up more as long as I can find them for a decent price. You know, they're easy to collect because they are so small, and they're well painted, I think. Thank you for watching. I'll see you the next time I get some of these in. Bye.